Hello everyone, and thanks for coming here. And I'm Paulius Papreckis, currently working as senior user interface designer at Seriously Inc. And I'm going to present how to create creative as design for a startup. For the past 4 years, I've been working with various design companies and startups based in Lithuania and overseas. And thanks Star Karma for asking me to come here today. And I'm going to present the education program cycle, which consists of 4 categories. It's explore, design, build, and promote. And this will be presented more at blogging conference, as you know, by official representatives. And I will give like a slide preview what you can expect from design. And I believe in karma. I believe that good design can kill one client from hell. And that's an actual quote from a client. And I can hear like similar stuff every day, and it leads to the fast rule of that. It avoid design by committee, and by that I mean if you ever designed a web concept or every detail, you know that there's always like a minor tweak that can lead to disaster like this, and you have to be prepared for that. And it's an easy solution, like the hours of useless meetings and endless debates could be replaced by just a couple of hours of testing to see what users are really doing, and it's really working. And I want to show like a quick tutorial how to create good design for a startup. First of all, just take a random high-res picture and apply like a blur effect, add some like quick navigation with like a circle logo, a triangle, as now it's add subscription bar with like to see like coming soon, and like it's going to be next big thing if you register fast. Add like a hand with an awesome iPhone, it's not 5 but still, and add next to it like slogan, like and call to action buttons. And sorry, I forgot to add hashtag next to Yoda, which is mean you only design once. And the last part, you can add like the core future of the application, and that's basically it. You have really nice looking website, but I spent only 20 minutes designing it, and it's like good, it's working as a teaser, but it's far from being redesigned because there's loads of similar websites like all over the net. Like we use the same principle, even for pregnancy app. It can be the same one. Even Lithuanian startups, you can find the closest for pregnant women. and that leads to another rule. Your job needs to be unique. And the last thing the world needs is another same startup. And I'm going to talk more about my personal story. Back in old days when MySpace was still dominating, we were creating like content management system for social networks like MySpace. And when Facebook was rapidly growing and we created the same system for Facebook, I was in charge to design a website for that product. But what we did like, we customized a Facebook profile page like back in that day, and we were the first ones, and let that gain us loads of attention, and we get like clients like CNN, BBC, and so on. And so be prepared to change your mind, and just because it did something one way yesterday doesn't mean it's going to work tomorrow. And I really like about that drag, this Lithuanian startup, and what they show on the website. Like they show the real principle how it works in a website, like by animating CSS3 and HTML in that. Also, it's very good example of how thandlags.com, if you never heard of it. I suggest you to read the story of the company and how they change the user interface, and they constantly changing it. And I really like the navigation, which is like flat, bold, and really easy to use, and it's going to be a big thing. And if talking about wireframes, I suggest first to start about user stories, because don't start on wireframing until you've not done the work and understanding your target user, what the goals are. And you have to answer 3 main questions: who, what, and why. Describe what your customers will do and get while using your application. So then you can start doing mockups. Like I personally use balsamic mockups, but there's plenty of tools around it, and you can transfer your design to it. And even use prototyping tools like Twitter Bootstrap and decide like designing in the browser, or as I said, like deciding in the browser. also think about visual hierarchy. Grid hierarchy isn't always achieved by eliminating complexity, but by managing it. And once I was asked to design like for largest retailer in Latvia to design the website, and the main thing was search engine, register for loyalty card, and book of the week, and it really works, and it really helped me to achieve that, how it would work. And another important thing is like be responsive. Web is not fixed grids anymore. It means you're thinking content creation, going to like create once and you can publish everywhere. And smartphones is going to be a lot during next year, as you can see. And there's a great gallery of responsive web design around it at mediaqueries.es. I encourage you to see that. And for the rules of responsive web design, you have to use fluid, grid, and flexible images. Think about content hierarchy, what it was thought about, and break up with pixel perfection, because it's not useful anymore. And you can learn by doing it. And web fonts are important. As web typography improves, web designers want the same level of control as print designers got. And we're all bored of this stuff, like as Helvetica as well. And as tools like Typekit, we can use wide variety of fonts or even free tools for the web fonts as Font Square. Also, we can apply CSS-free effects to have like gradients and stuff, and it really improves look and feel of your website. Colors are important as well, because designers have to know the meaning behind the colors. Because red colored buttons, like when they use for positive action, give me facepalm, for example. And we can use like Cooler, like as a web service, where we find like inspiration for color palette, and that is like example how these colors could be implemented. And learn to say no. You can't be great at everything, so say no to everything else and pick that you are great at that. And I just showed that a slight preview of what design process is about and how much work is behind behind the outcome of it. And the job of designer is not self-expression, it's about problem solving. Thank you very much. And